Hey everybody, happy Tuesday to you. We are here at Book Launchers headquarters in Los Angeles, and I'm really excited for another show for you. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. I have switched from the headset that I was told made me look like a telephone operator. So hopefully the sound is a-okay for you. All right, so today we're going to talk about 7 tips for your success as an author in 2020. We've also got some fantastic prizes for you. As always, we have the hashtag No Boring Books mug for you. And then we have a bunch of people in here who are entered to win already. Hello, Angela. Hello, Derek. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button when you're here because it feels good and it makes me feel good too. It also tells YouTube that you like the content and want to know when it's going on. Delicate Lace, hello, and Melody Kimball, welcome you guys. So what we do for those of you who are new, we will make sure you do say hello, chat away, because we do draws and prizes for the folks that are here live, because we always want to recognize those folks who take time out when we're live to hang out, because it's way more fun when you guys are all here talking. So do make sure you say hello. If we're asking questions or you think you can offer some tips or help, go ahead and type it into those comments. And even if you're watching the replay, because watching the replay and commenting, I always respond to anybody who misses the live show. I will respond. And of course, if you're commenting the same day, you still get entered to win prizes for the next live stream, which, by the way, will in fact be happening on December 24th. So Christmas Eve, I will be here. Angela, my fabulous assistant who makes sure everybody's prizes are recognized, she won't be. She is on a mandatory holiday. I make all of my team take a holiday from December 24th to January 1st. So she won't be here, but I will. And I will do my best to make sure I record everyone's prizes and we get them off to you in the new year once Angela is back at work. All right, so hello, Kevin. Yay! Caught you while you were reading a good book and you put it down for us. Now that is dedication and love. So thank you, Kevin. And Derek had some tea in his mug and it definitely tasted better. I've been told by many people, coffee, tea, and hot chocolate taste better in this mug. Delicate Lace, welcome, new subscriber. You are joining a fun family, so we're very happy to have you. All right, so they're talking books now, which is Angela's favorite topic. Angela runs all our meetings. She's in charge of operations at Book Launchers, and so she runs our meetings, and we have a kind of a question of the day every day in our team meetings. And every month we talk about, what are you reading? So always a fun subject in a company full of people writing books and reading books and editing books. All right, so I'm gonna dive into the 7 tips. We'll probably stop after tip number 3 and do a draw for some prizes. So Angela, start thinking about what we're gonna do for the prizes today for the folks live. We'll do a number 1 for sure, but we should do some sort of a skill testing question. So start thinking. All right, so welcome everybody else that has now joined. And Melody is a new subscriber too. So welcome and thank you for joining us live. Okay, so tip number 1. This one is really an adaptation from our story expert, Tim. And we have somebody at our company called a story expert because their job is to really make sure that we are living up and we're helping our clients live up to this hashtag no boring books hashtag that we have. So we, I shouldn't say everybody, the majority of our clients spend at least one phone call, if not several, working with Tim to develop their hook, to develop the concept, really to define who they are as the author so that we have that juicy material we need when we go to help you market your book at the end, so that people are not just going, hey, congratulations on writing a book. They're going, whoa, that's cool. I need to read that. Or I know somebody who needs your book. So that's kind of what we're driving for. So Tim, I collected some advice last week when we had a client-only training. And one of the pieces of advice Tim gave for our clients I thought was well worth sharing. And he said, don't care what anybody thinks. You just write your book, believe in what you're writing, and do your best to explain it in an intelligent and entertaining way. If somebody doesn't like it, tell them to go write their own darn book. He also said to give them the finger, but that was Tim, not me. And so I want to build on that because I believe that one of the reasons a lot of people don't write their book is because they're too worried about what other people are going to say. And so the thing that I always recommend is that you consider others, because you're writing your book for your ideal reader. It's not for you, but at the same time, you can't really worry about what your aunt's going to say or even what your clients are going to say. Sometimes you really just have to focus on delivering the message that is going to help the person you want to help achieve or get whatever benefit they should get from reading your book and reading your story. And I really believe if you focus on how you're going to help somebody, even if it's in an entertainment way. So if you've got a story that's kind of funny and heartwarming, that's entertainment. So you want to focus on who's going to love it and really connecting with them, and do your best to not worry about those other people, because chances are the people that you're most worried about are never actually going to read your book. They don't care enough, or they're not interested enough in you to read your book. And you're going to get a 1-star review, if not a few, because if you do a good job of standing out, of being different, of having a great hook, there's always going to be somebody that decides to write a 1-star review, even if they don't read your book. They're just going to decide they don't like your title that day, they don't like your cover, and then they write something mean. So you really can't worry about other people. You just have to write your book and really focus on those readers. So okay, so, hey, Dave, welcome. Okay, so, self-publishing with Walter Wayburn, hello. We got your email. Angela, I think, went to the post office today and made sure that it's on its way to you. All right, so just going back here, people are talking about a book, so I'm not gonna, you guys can read the comments after. So just seeing who else has said hello and saying hello back. And Zach, how can I write a multi-million-dollar bestseller? Zach, if I had the answer to how to do that and be able to do it with a guarantee that you were going to get there, I would be able to charge an awful lot more than Book Launchers charges. And yeah, I really don't have the final answer on how to write a multi-million-dollar bestseller. There are kind of 2 thoughts on that, though, that I can offer you before I get back to tip number 2 here. And number 1 is you really have to have a spectacular book with a spectacular marketing plan. And so this means your book has to have a big reach, and also you have to have a big reach with your marketing. So that's going to come back to your network. That's going to come back to the money that you're able to invest in PR. And it's also going to come back to the effort that you're going to put in, because there are no $1 million book launches that are happening without a huge investment on somebody's part. And that's an investment of time, money, and resources. And generally people who have huge book launches have all of those things, not just one, they have all of them. And you're going to have an incredibly interesting, unique, and strong book that is combined with the resources to really hit it out of the park that way. And then to be a multi-million-dollar book launch, I mean, there's not that many of them if you're talking strictly book sales. But if you start talking about people who go on to do speaking engagements, maybe it gets optioned into a movie or a TV series, well, now those things start to be a little bit more common, although common is still not the exact word I would use. But yeah, there's a lot to creating a successful book launch. And then, that goes on steroids in order to be a multi-million-dollar book launch. But I don't know anything about you or what you're trying to accomplish, so it could be possible. Who knows? All right. Let's see. Kevin has never left a bad review on Amazon. I've just picked up some bad books, but I just don't review them. I think I've only ever written 1 or 2 bad reviews, and it was just like, books that were so bad, I felt compelled to share and prevent other people from buying them. But I generally only review a book if I can give it a 4 or 5. If it's a 3, I'm not going to do it. So I'm with you, Kevin. Okay. So yeah, if you've joined in, please do say hello in the comments. If you missed my little spiel at the beginning, we do prizes for folks that are here live, but we'll only give you a prize if you're here. So say hello. All right, so tip number 2 is give yourself more time than you think you need, in particular for prepping, marketing, and marketing your book. But I will also extend this to be for editing. I think a lot of people think editing should go faster than it does. I've also met some people who allowed their editors to take way longer than they should. So without knowing specifically how long a book is and the quality and condition it's in, I can't really give you a clear benchmark. But most of our clients, and we put all of the books through 3 different kinds of editing. So 1 round of content edit typically, 2 rounds of copy edit, and then 1 round of proofread. Generally, editing takes most of our clients somewhere between 2 months to 3 months. Again, quality of the book, the condition it's in when it goes into editing, that can make that go faster, and it can also make it go slower. It usually doesn't take more than 3 months, though, to go through all of that editing. And most of the books we're working on are kind of in the 40 to 60,000 range, just to give you a benchmark on that. But marketing, a lot of people finish their book and just put it out on the market, and you're skipping a lot of really valuable time. And if you compare this to traditional publishing, where generally the book is done 4, 6, 8, sometimes even a year and in advance of it actually being available, because they spend so much time contacting reviewers, mailing it out, arranging distribution, lining up influencers, finding partnerships. There's so much time that gets invested into making sure the book is a success. So it happens, but it's rare that you'll find a traditionally published book that wasn't ready at least 4 months before it actually goes on sale. So give yourself more time than you think you need. I don't think you need to spend that much time. Traditional publishing is much slower, which is why self-publishing is a huge advantage in that regard. But I do think you want to give yourself at least 2 months from the time your book is done to the time it's available for people to actually buy and get it in their hands, because you can use that time to do some valuable things, like I mentioned, contacting those influencers. I have a cool author spotlight series that's going to be starting in January, where we're interviewing some of our clients and talking about some of the things that went really well and some of the areas where they thought they would do things differently if they did it again. And Michael Brenner, who wrote Mean People Suck, he's got some really cool tips on getting book reviews, because he's done a really good job, especially in the early days. He had a ton of book reviews in his launch week, which was so valuable. And in one of his kind of comments of what he would do differently next time is he would start contacting and building relationships with influencers much, much sooner to create more success and more momentum around his book. So that's tip number 2. We're going to do tip number 3, and then I'm going to check in with you folks. And Angela, we're going to want to do a draw from the folks that are here live. So start thinking about what the skill testing question might be. All right, so tip number 3, and this is kind of a weird one. It's almost a fake it till you make it, but that's not what I'm trying to say. So hear me out on this one. Be the person who already wrote the book. And this is really about building confidence. And, I actually think I'll actually do tip number 4 too, because I think tip number 4 really allows you to be that person. So what I'm really trying to say is when you have published your book, you will feel an increased self-confidence because you finished something that is a major, major project in your life. You're going to feel a stronger belief in yourself. Your support network will probably expand. You're certainly going to have more clarity around the people who are truly supporting you and the people who aren't. And your network usually, if you're doing marketing right and well with your book, your network usually increases and you start connecting to people that you previously saw as influencers and people of status. Now suddenly they're your colleagues. And so that it kind of levels up, for lack of a better term. So you really, my recommendation is start being that person today. Start networking, start building those relationships with influencers today, and start making them your colleagues now. And if you're struggling with this, that's where I'm going to just dive into point 4, actually, because a lot of times, people see this as fake it until you make it. But for me to feel confident, I just need to be taking action. I need to take action in the direction that I'm going, and then the confidence is kind of builds. As I take every step, I feel that confidence. So rather than focusing on the doubts and the fears, just focus on that next thing you need to do. So for some people, that next thing could be, maybe it's booking a call with me. If you're writing a nonfiction book and you want it to be awesome and as good or better than a traditionally published book, schedule a call with me to talk about your book idea, to talk about your goals, and to see if we're a fit to help you. That's one step, and that's taking action. It could be blocking time every day to write your book. It could be, and if you have a book out, this is something I really recommend, is every single day, write down 5 ideas. Don't judge the ideas, but just write down 5 ideas to promote your book. And then every day, pick one of those ideas and either do it that day or do it the next day. So every day you're writing 5 ideas down, and every day you're doing one of them. And over time, what happens is not only are you going to build that muscle, so your ideas to promote your book become more recognized in your circles and wherever you want to be, whatever your end goal is for your book. So you're going to build that muscle of creating ideas, but you're also going to be taking action every day. And over 90 days, that's 90 things you've done to promote your book. Over a year, that's probably, maybe you skip a few days, it's at least 300 things you've done to promote your book, and guaranteed you're going to find momentum and start to feel a lot of confidence. So That's number 3 feeding into number 4. So we have 5, 6, 7 left. Okay. All right. So, let's see, 2 to 3 months to edit. Oh yeah. So Jacqueline's just chiming in. Okay. Awesome. Great. I didn't know you were here. Hey, Jacqueline. Oh, T-Jump. Hey, somebody else new. Welcome. Everybody make sure you say welcome to T-Jump. I love it when new people. Mike, you made it. You made it. So the alarms and the reminders and everything allowed you to get here live. So that's fantastic. I'm so excited to see you here. Mike has wanted to join live for a while and he just kept missing it. So he's here. So awesome. All right. So Angela, let me know or Jacqueline, if you guys have an idea of what a skill testing question could be to figure out what a prize would be for somebody here live. And then we'll also pick a number in a minute. So Jacqueline was just chiming in. So 2 to 3 months to edit a manuscript that's 40 to 60,000 words. Shorter books take less, longer books take longer. And if you have a financial book, you do want to add time for compliance to review if you're a financial planner, because you've got regulations to follow. So yes, thank you for that. And by the way, make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button when you're here, because it makes me feel good, I won't lie. And it also tells YouTube that my content is of interest to you, so you'll see more stuff. Turning those notifications on will help too. Okay, so here's the skill testing question for the first winner. What is something you can do to avoid book launch day blues? Oh, this is testing for those of you who've been watching all my videos. You will know the answer. All right, so what can you do to avoid book launch day blues? Hey, Drama Drudge, welcome. All right, so let's see. I will sell 10 million books because I will do me and make my money. All right, awesome. Okay. So while we're waiting for avoiding the book launch day blues, I am going to do number 5, and Angela can read this and let me know who our winner is over there. Okay, so tip number 5 for setting yourself up for success as an author in 2020 and pretty much at any time, frankly, is really, if you're working with other companies, get clear on what they're promising. Read the fine print. We actually, I have a call or potential call coming up with people that were part of another company they hired another company to write their book, and they were at the weekend event messaging our book marketing manager saying, yeah, so our book is done and we're here to learn what to do with it, and we haven't learned a single thing to do to actually make our book launch a success. So they're kind of panicking because this company that promised them all these kind of things really had a gimmick, and the gimmick allowed them all to become #1 Amazon bestsellers, but now they really don't know what to do with their books. And so they're contacting, one person had met Sarah, our book marketing manager, at an event, and they were contacting her going, we don't know what to do. So you got to read the fine print, know what you're buying. And I had another client, or not a client, somebody else contact me who was stuck in a contract with a quote unquote self-publishing company who actually owns the book. Like, they don't own the book contractually, but they don't have to release the source files for anything to this person. So this person is now really kind of tied to the company unless they want to recreate everything. So really get clear on what you're signing and what you will get. And I always recommend, when you're self-publishing, make sure not only are you keeping all your rights, you're keeping all your royalties, but the company is going to give you those source files. They're going to give you, the InDesign layout files. I mean, Jacqueline, if you're here, you can kind of give people a list of what they should be getting from them, to get your cover files. Those kind of things you're going to want in the future, and you really don't want to be tied to a company that could go defunct. They might charge thousands of dollars in the future to make changes to your book, or you may want to do a relaunch in the future, and having those files to then hire editors or hire people to redesign it would make all the difference in what you have to pay and the time that has to go into it. So those are just some of the things. If you do sign up for a company that has a guarantee, get to the bottom of what that actually means, because if they're guaranteeing things like #1 Amazon bestseller, or anything else like that, there's almost always a gimmick involved, either that or they're paying for the results. And so if they're paying for the results and you're paying them to get the results, just make sure that the results are actually getting you where you want to go. It's so, so important. It makes me so sad when people are kind of I don't know if it's duped or they just didn't look into it enough or whatever it is, but they find themselves in a situation with a book they don't like or results they're not happy with because they expected something totally different because the marketing was fancy, promised things that sounded good, but at the end of the day, it didn't really deliver what they wanted. So that's my big tip for everyone is read the fine print, make sure you really understand what you're getting. And if anybody's promising results, it's very rare that you can truly promise results. I mean, we wish we could promise results. We wish we could guarantee you're going to get on media and that you're going to get podcast interviews and all these things. I mean, there's really no guarantee. And frankly, sometimes we're shocked at the pitches that are successful versus the pitches that aren't. We think we've got real winners and nothing happens. And then sometimes we think, this might not work, but let's try it. And then it works great. So you really can't be certain. There's things that work better on a consistent basis, but guarantees are really tough. So be very wary of people guaranteeing results in a particular way. Okay. Source files are usually Photoshop and InDesign files. Thank you. And Jacqueline gave us a list here. So she said you want to have your source files for your cover, interior layout files, and ebook. So that's great. Okay, so let's see. Skill testing. Haven't seen the answer to the skill testing question yet. So keep on trying, guys. Derek, guest disconnect from social media. Kind of. I think on your book launch day, you really should be going all out on social media. But book launch day blues happen to some people. So if you saw my video, you'll know kind of what causes book launch days blues and how you might avoid them. All right, so adjust expectations, sometimes drama. That's definitely a good guess. And your book launch support team. So building that book army. So I have a video on YouTube that is all about the 2 lists that you want to make sure you have for your launch. And yes, that is going to be a big part of your book launch day support. So, all right, you guys, no winner on that yet. So keep trying. We'll get another winner, or we'll find a new question. And Angela will, in the meantime, eventually tell you the answer. Sorry, I'm getting kind of hot. So don't mind me. I'm just going to take my jacket off. Okay, so in the meantime, let's pick a number. I'm going to go with number, let's see, number 25, because that's Santa's Day this year. So we'll go with number 25, and we'll go from Alan West's comment, that's honesty, backwards. So Angela, if you can count backwards from Alan West's comment, that's honesty, backwards, and tell me who that person is, they will be the winner of course, your choice of this fabulous mug where all beverages taste better in it, or your very own, oh, so soft, Book Launcher's Journal. Okay, so tip number, actually, I'll also, while we're paused for a second and before I give you tip number 6 and tip number 7, let's do a draw from the YouTube comment pile. So for those of you new to our live stream and new to the channel, again, a super big welcome. But also just to let you know that every Tuesday and Friday, a new video comes out. And when you comment the day a video is released, you get entered to win some of this fabulous swag. And today I also have a copy of Scott McMillan's book, Be the Hero of Your Life. Really great read. And if you're familiar with Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey, there's some kind of references and what do you want to call it, homage to that here. Couple tips from the back. It says, identify deep traumas and self-limiting beliefs so you can create a different future, uncover your true life purpose so you can live into it every day. Pretty much, I think most people here will enjoy this book. So we're also going to draw for that shortly. Okay. All right, Mike Hurd. Hey, see, it pays to show up, right? You're the 25th comment. You made it and you won. How about that? So, and I think you're over in England, aren't you? All right. That's okay. We still ship over there, so let us know. It just takes longer, and it costs us more, but that doesn't impact you. So just let us know if you want the mug or if you want the journal, and email us at team@booklaunchers.com. Congratulations, and thanks for joining us. Okay, so this is the YouTube commenters in here, so I'm not going to look, so I can't cheat. And Jean Hobbs. I don't know if Jean has won, but Jean has been around the YouTube scene for quite some time. So congratulations, Jean. Let us know if you want the mug or the journal, and email us that at team@booklaunchers.com. Hey, Dale, you made it. I haven't seen you in a while, at least virtually see you. Welcome to Dale. If you guys aren't checking out his channel, Self-Publishing with Dale, you guys absolutely should. He's got some phenomenal content. He's who I'm always telling people who come to us, especially who are looking for kind of low content, no content fiction, like tips that apply a little bit more widely than us, because we're really focused on nonfiction that will really help you grow your brand, grow your business, that kind of stuff. Dale covers a lot broader. He's my last name in a sense. He covers a lot broader topic. Okay, let's see, here we go. Okay, so still no winner on that. So here we go. Jacqueline said, if you're a fiction writer and have studied the hero's journey, Be the Hero of Your Life shows you how to apply those lessons to your experiences. It's a great self-help book for authors. Thank you, Jacqueline. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my tips over here. We'll do tip number 6 and tip number 7, and then we'll do the final probably 3 draws. Let's do a new question. So Angela's going to pick a new question, but you better tell people the answer to that question, because some people will, not be able to sleep tonight if they don't know the correct answer, Angela. Okay, and I'm not certain what answer you were looking for. That's why I'm not saying it. Okay, so tip number 6 is learn Amazon. And, sometimes authors say Amazon is evil, but I think that Amazon is a gift for us authors because it's allowed us to publish and reach a wide market. And the reality is, in North America in particular, Amazon is going to be where you're going to see a lot of your sales. Now, that said, I don't encourage people to focus on only Amazon. I really encourage you to go wide and distribute your books as wide as possible to reduce our dependence on Amazon and encourage other companies like Kobo. And, when we're talking audiobooks, Find Away Voices, there's some fantastic companies, Draft to Digital. There's some really great companies that are trying to help us authors have a wide reach and to make money as authors. And so I really want to support all companies, but the reality is that especially in North America, you're going to see a lot of your sales come from Amazon. So understand Amazon, understand metadata, really learn what metadata is, what it's important for your book. Do some metadata research, which is your keywords, your categories, even your pricing. Do some research on that stuff. Understand where your competitors are at and really try to position yourself accordingly. Additionally, and of course, write your book descriptions with selling in mind, but those keywords in your back pocket so that they're coordinating with the keywords that you're entering into Amazon's kind of realm of keywords. The other thing is Amazon ads. I'm really starting to push this for a lot of people now, because Amazon is moving more and more to a pay-to-play. And this means that they're showing your book less than they used to people, unless you're paying them to show it to people. And some people get mad about that, but this is a business and it's fair play for them to do that. If your book is selling really well, they're going to show it to people. It's still going to get the rounds, but sometimes your book needs a boost. So learning Amazon ads, I think, is really recommended unless you're able to partner up with somebody who can help you with that. But Amazon ads are not as complex or scary as Facebook or Google. So if you've done Facebook ads or Google ads, you feel like you need a science degree or you need some sort of high-level degree to understand their targeting and how to make them work. Amazon is not that complicated. It really requires a fundamental understanding, which you can build in a couple of hours. And then it just requires tweaking and staying on top of changes. So, if you can invest 2 to 4 hours a week into monitoring, managing your Amazon ads and staying on top of what's going on, you can create a lot of success for your book. Sometimes, though, it does also highlight problems with your book. If people aren't clicking, it might be a cover problem. If people are clicking but not converting, it might be your book description, lack of reviews, other things. But that's not a bad thing, because if it's not working on an Amazon ad, a lot of times that means that's something that's impacting people, anybody who goes to your Amazon page to buy your book. So changing those things should serve you well in the long run. All right. Let's see, I'm just checking the wording. Just reading, you guys, catching up. Kevin and Dale are having their own conversation over here. Angela gave the answer. So if you're sitting here watching going, what was the answer to avoiding book launch day blues? It is, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Keep in mind, book launch day is not your destination. It's a marker on your success journey. I was hoping that was the answer, but I didn't want to, I didn't know for certain that that's what you had picked out of that. So yes, the tip to avoiding book launch day blues is to know that it's only one day. It is not the final destination in your book journey. And if your book didn't do well on launch day, it just means you've got a little bit of work to do. But if you take that tip I gave you guys earlier about brainstorming 5 ideas a day and then doing one a day, every day, even if it's 5 days a week, you're going to create momentum for your book over time. So book launch day is just a day. Thank you. Okay, let's see. New question. Oh, this is a good one. What is a hook? So some of you reading may have already seen this. I think they did. So Angela, you can tell me if there's already a winner. Okay. And it has nothing to do with fishing, by the way. So if you're guessing a hook is something you use to catch fish, you're right in the right context, but wrong in this situation. Okay. Let's see. Latonia, hey, welcome. And Malik, I think I already said hello to you. And how am I supposed to assault you with Super Chat? I haven't signed up for Super Chat, but thank you. I appreciate that you wanted to assault me with Super Chat. Okay, so final tip, and this is also, I know I already mentioned Michael Brenner, but I was just working on my video with Michael Brenner today. So again, Michael Brenner is the author of Mean People Suck, and we've got a new series coming out. You'll be seeing 2 videos a month, I think, from this series. It's going to be an author spotlight series. So I'm going to be interviewing some of our clients and interviewing them on the things that they did the best, like some stuff that we saw that was really cool. And so I interviewed Michael Brenner. And one of the things that he did really, really well, I already mentioned, was get reviews. But part of what he did was have a ton of fun. And he has a t-shirt that says "Mean People Suck." He created a GIF. I'm always paranoid when I say things now. Just to sidetrack on you guys. So I said, I made a comment about a garburator the other day, and my friends thought I was having a speech problem. So if you're here and you know what a garburator is, like, anyways, so whatever, Jiffy, whatever it is, he created this thing that moves, this image that moves, and that went out with his emails. He sent out swag with his books. Mean People Suck. He just really made his book launch a ton of fun. Leslie Quinsey, another author of ours, she had this beautiful, it was really elegant, but she also had a lot of fun around her book launch. Like, she had a huge party around her book launch. I think there was more than 100 people. She had cookies printed with her cover on them. They were so beautiful, it would be hard to eat them. And really just enjoying it, having a lot of fun, because life really is too short, so you really should be enjoying this and having fun. But when you have fun, others are going to want to be a part of it. And I think that will make a big difference for you as an author. If you're enjoying it and others are having fun, it'll just, I think that's a great goal for 2020, is to just make this a fun thing that you're doing. And that's my 7. A garburator is a crocodile gargling. All right, so we have a winner, Zach. Zach's answer was the most complete. Let's see. A hook is a piece of writing tailored to catch and hold the interest of your target audience and ultimately make them curious enough to buy your book. I like your definition. Very, very strong. Yeah, that's awesome. I always kind of tell people that a hook is, a lot of people say, oh, my book is about marketing strategy. And I'm like, no, I mean, anybody's book, anybody in marketing could write a marketing strategy book. Yours is that thing that you do that's a little different, that is going to make people money, make them more beautiful, make them more respected, kind of diving in more and kind of telling them that in a way that does make them curious and feel like, I gotta read that and I need that book. Or it makes it very clear that that book is not for them, but they'll know who it is for. So awesome. Yay. All right. We got 2 other prizes. I'm going to give, hey, Treville, you made it. Welcome. Sorry if anybody else is here and I missed you. I'm sorry. The book is 1 sentence long and makes the reader curious enough to read the rest of the book description. Absolutely. All right, so Zach, let us know at team@booklaunchers.com what prize you want and where we should send it. And so finally, I do have one more prize today. So this is going to go to let's see. Let's go to number 40 from the top. Because I like to make Angela count really, really high numbers. I just realized, I'm sorry. So Scott McMillan's book is going to go to commenter number 40 today. And then we're going to do one more YouTube draw. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's stuck. They're stuck together. They're stuck together. Okay, there's too many there. You guys can see there. Like, I should have done a better job of putting these in. Okay, somebody fell out, so. Beachside Qigong. So I don't think they're here today, but when you're watching the replay, Beachside Qigong, write us at team@booklaunchers.com and let us know if you want the mug or the journal. All right, so I'm just reading any other things here. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the winner of this fantastic book, and then that's it for today. But just so you guys know, in case you weren't here at the beginning, December 24th, I am doing the final live stream of the year, and then we'll resume these in mid-January. And the final live stream will mostly be a holiday extravaganza party, so I've already got some ideas of prizes and things that we'll do and say and all that kind of stuff. I imagine it'll be a pretty short one, because I will be happy to get out of here early and start prepping for the Christmas festivities that we'll be having here in Los Angeles. So, but yeah, so I took the vote, I took the poll on YouTube, and you guys said you'd be here. So if I'm here alone, I'm going to be sad, but I don't think I will be, because I am quite confident there'll be some of you folks joining me Christmas Eve at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a little bit of a holiday extravaganza to roll us into 2020. Really, this will be our last. That will be our last live stream. All right. T Jump, you win the book. So congratulations, T Jump, if you are still here. Yay, congratulations. And if you're catching the rest on the replay, you can email us at team@booklaunchers.com, and we will send you Scott McMillan's book. And T Jump's here. Yay, good. Glad you're still here. Sometimes people leave, and then I'm like, are you going to know you won? So I was going to do a backup, but you're here. Yay. All right, bye, Mike. Thanks so much for being here. Walter Wayburn, wonderful. So thanks, everybody. Fantastic to share today with you, and I hope to see several of you here. Not you, Jacqueline, not you, Angela. You guys have to take December 24th off, but I will be here, and I can't wait to see some of you here to ring into 2020 with you on December 24th. All right, thanks so much for being here, you guys. Take care.